The palace was wrapped in golden light. A morning born from dreams so bright. The sky held whispers of destiny's thread. As my father called me, his voice widespread. He sat upon the throne of might, with wisdom deep as desert night. His crown reflected royal grace, and calm command adorned his face. My heart was wild beneath my robe, for love had shaken my royal globe. Today I'd bring before his eyes the woman who made my soul arise. Her name, to me, was a sacred prayer. Her steps, like silk through perfumed air. Her laughter healed the wounds of pain, and filled my heart with life again. She was no princess born of rule, but love's own child, divine and cool. A woman from humble, simple place, yet carried heaven upon her face. When she entered, the marble sighed. The chandeliers bowed, the guards stepped aside. My father turned with royal pride, and then he froze, shocked at my bride. His eyes, two storms in silent flame. He whispered slowly my dearest name. Hamden, my son, what have you done? Do you know what storms you've begun? Her veil was lifted, soft and pure. Her gaze was steady, her heart secure. But in his eyes, I saw surprise. 1,000 thoughts that could not rise. He stood and walked with heavy breath. The moment quiet, sharp as death. He looked from her to me, unsure, as though his soul sought something more. Is this the bride you chose, my son? Not of our blood, not like anyone. You are the prince, the nation's guide. How can such choice be justified? I bowed before him, my heart unshaken. My father, love cannot be taken by crown or law or royal word, for love's own voice must still be heard. He turned away, his spirit torn between the pride in which he was born and the truth of love's eternal creed, that hearts obey no noble breed. She stood in silence, calm and kind, a gentle courage in her mind. Her eyes met his without disguise, and there he saw her heart's sunrise. He whispered then, in disbelief, her grace brings peace, yet gives me grief. For though she shines, I fear the cost. Tradition's path may soon be lost. I took her hand before his throne, and spoke with love that had fully grown. Father, let your son be free to write his fate, as you taught me. He looked at me, my every dream, the boy who'd followed his golden gleam, and now had chosen a softer way, a love that royalty might not obey. He sighed and sat, the world stood still. The falcons cried from the desert hill. He raised his hand, his eyes grew deep. Old memories stirred from royal sleep. He saw my mother, young and fair. He sought his own heart once laid bare, before the crown had claimed his youth, before his tears had learned the truth. Then slowly, softly, he began to smile. His silence lingered for a while. My son, perhaps your heart is wise, for love is the crown that never dies. The court exhaled, the moment passed. The storm within him calmed at last. He reached to bless her trembling head, and with that touch, all doubt was shed. He whispered, welcome, child of grace. May peace forever light your face. You've conquered fear, you've conquered pride. My heart is calm, though shocked inside. The bride then bowed with tears that gleamed, her dreams and mine at last redeemed. And in that hall, the angels cried, as father blessed his son's new bride. The world outside was filled with song. The doves flew free, the day was long. But in his eyes, still glowed surprise, for love had changed the king's own skies. The banquet shone with silken hue. The guests rejoiced, the flowers grew. My father watched us, soft and mild, the king transformed by love's own child. He saw her grace, her gentle care, her heart as bright as desert air. He whispered softly, under breath, she's touched the life I thought was death. That night he sat beneath the moon, remembering how hearts bloom too soon. He said to me, with quiet tone, Son, never let her walk alone. I bowed to him, my heart alight. His blessing turned my dark to bright. The past was gone, the throne stood wide. And love had found its rightful side. Days would pass, and time would prove that what he feared was bound by love. For my bride became his dearest friend. A bond that time could never end. He'd smile when she would gently speak. Her words would heal his spirit weak. And often, in the twilight's flame, he'd whisper softly her blessed name. The kingdom thrived, the people sang. Her laughter echoed where fountains rang. And my father, once shocked and stern, had love itself at last to learn. He said one day, with tearful pride, "You were right, my son, love must guide. I judged too quick, I feared too deep. But your bride has stirred my soul from sleep." We knelt before him, hand in hand. The prince, the bride, before the land. And he, the father, strong yet mild, smiled again and softly smiled. The sun descended, soft and wide. The ocean kissed the royal tide. And there beneath the skies so wide, father once shocked, now blessed my bride. The night grew soft around our halls. Moonlight painted the golden walls. My bride beside me, calm and true. A queen of grace the heavens knew. Her eyes reflected sacred peace. Her voice made restless hearts release. And even silence bowed its head whenever through the court she tread. My father watched her every move. At first with doubt, then eyes of love. He saw her kindness bloom each day. And slowly his fear drifted away. At dawn she'd walk beside the sea, where falcons soared eternally. She'd greet the poor with humble hands, and heal the weak in desert lands. He saw her serve without desire, her soul as pure as holy fire. He whispered once, her heart is real. She carries love that kings can feel. The court began to see her worth. Her gentleness restored the earth. The maids adored her tender smile. The guards would bow a little while. And every night beneath the stars, my father gazed from palace bars, remembering how his doubt once lied, when he was shocked to see my bride. He often called me close at eve. "Tell me, my son, do you believe that fate can change your royal plan by choosing love, not crown nor clan?" I smiled and answered, "Yes, my king. Love is the wind, the falcon's wing. It lifts us higher than our pride. It rules the throne from deep inside." He nodded slow, his spirit light, his wisdom blowing soft at night. I see now what I couldn't then. The heart is wiser than old men. Days passed, and joy began to grow. Through palace halls where roses blow. Her laughter bright, her words sincere, brought springtime back each passing year. She sang to orphans, taught them art. She mended tears and broken heart. The people spoke with endless grace of how her light adorned this place. And father, once so proud and cold, now blessed her with his ring of gold. He said, "My child, you've changed our fate. You've taught a king to love, not hate." He smiled at me, his only son, the prince whose heart could not be won by jewels, or thrones, or royal song, but by a love forever strong. He said, when I first saw her face, I feared she'd bring our name disgrace. But now I see, through God's own hand, she's the jewel of all this land. I bowed before him, deep with pride, and looked with love upon my bride. For though the crown could weigh me down, her love became my golden crown.